when we were going through the divorce and the custody battle, the judge specifically wrote, I remember by hand at the end, that only Ute is to be referred to as the children's mother, because some things had already happened where he had omitted my name at all as being the mother of the children on some school documents and things like that. And I brought them to court. And so the judge said, no, this can't happen. But what's changed since the early 2000s is the word gender replacing sex. And so I spoke to a well-versed attorney from New York City who, for example, said that people can say they're gender fluid. Parents of children can say they're gender fluid, and they have the right to one day say, I'm the mom, and then next week they can say, I'm the dad, which it just doesn't seem to me to be caring for the children at all. So, and there are very few of us who have gotten published. I had to self-publish. I know that Christine Benvenuto wrote a book, I think in 2012, that was published by St. Martin's Press called Sex Changes. And from excerpts that I've read of it, her ex-husband sounds very much like the egotistical and arrogant character that my ex-husband is. And I just heard yesterday that a woman named whose pen name is Sharon Thrace will be publishing a memoir about the same situation, which is titled 18 Months. So I guess you can imagine what that means. And as far as I can tell, she's the only the fifth woman to publish a book about our experiences. And I know that actually an affiliate of WDI, Vaishnavi Sundar, interviewed me and several other trans widows extensively. And in 2023, she will be releasing her documentary about us. And I believe the title is Behind the Looking Glass. So we are very much discouraged from telling our side of the stories. And I feel that in many ways, it's very much a parallel with lesbians who want to be able to have their women-only spaces and not have a male body intruding into their meetings and their dating apps and things like this. And in fact, just last year, I found that just exactly how pedantic and directed and focused this suppression of our stories is, because there's a webpage online, which is called the Trans Journalists Association Style Guide. And it's anonymous. There's no names connected with it. However, it has been basically adopted by all the mainstream press organizations, at least in the United States. And it's about, very copiously asking a person's pronouns and never mentioning that they used to identify as the opposite sex, and unless they want to talk about it. But they also do have a couple of paragraphs regarding the families and the ex-wives, and they are making a recipe of how journalists are supposed to write, rather than letting journalists do their job as neutral reporters of what's going on. And they advise that the family's feelings and reactions are overdone and just don't cover them. So that was quite a revelation for me. I was just at the end of putting my book together when I read that, and it just sort of made sense to me. I realized that I think that one reason it's important for women my age who went through this, going way back to the early 90s, should be talking, and I'm, I have to use a pen name, but I'm going to appear in interviews, with my image and everything, and take that risk, because I feel for the younger women that this is happening to, and often they are worried about being canceled and losing their job, being accused of things, and it kind of goes on and on.